Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Get Much Higher Podcast, episode 1, the official one. Because even though the channel is called Get Much Higher Podcast, we haven't actually done a real podcast yet. Yeah, it's been album reviews, which we are gonna do quite a few of. But we do, like, for the most part, we want this to be it. You can explain.
This is it, man. Like, we're not really gonna be talking to you specifically this entire time. It's gonna be more just us chatting. Drinking, having a good time, talking about some cool, interesting shit that we like to talk about.
Yeah, like we figured out we wanted to do this just like on the bus. Like how many crazy conversations that we had just like because we go to Van Nuys, right? And so we take the same bus to get to the SkyTrain, take the same SkyTrain to get to school, and then do the same thing coming back. We have a lot of time to talk about like cool and interesting shit.
Yeah, just like hanging out here, hanging out on the bus. We always like, how many times have we had like moments where like, man, this should be recorded.
Yeah, like too many times actually. Man, like, is this? Okay, I've never drank any before. I'm excited to though. Because,
this is gonna fuck you up, bro.
There's not much in here.
No, you don't need much in here. Take sips.
Wow. Okay. It's gonna be a cool podcast. Man. Okay. How much of this is it to get drunk? Like, not much, probably. I'm like...
You can see where I got to about last time.
And, okay, yeah. It's going to be an interesting conversation.
I'm not a huge drinker.
I mean, like, I partied a lot during the summer. And, like, I should have, like, a really high tolerance because, like, I'm 6'5", right? So I should be pretty tall. But, like, for the most part...
But you're, like... How much do you weigh, man?
I'm 145.
So you're 6'5", but you're 145.
Yeah. I'm a lanky motherfucker, to say the least. Like, you're like mostly muscle. Like, how
I'm not mostly muscle.
You look like you're mostly muscle. You look fucking terrifying. Like, if I didn't know that you were a cuddly bear, I would be scared. 110%. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I guess that's a compliment.
Might also be the beard though.
Might also be the beard. Shave this, I'm look like a pussy again.
Actually, can I do it like a... No, I'm joking. It's a nice cool picture. It's better than
it is, right? Look at me. I'm fucking wide as fuck in that.
White?
Wide.
I thought you said white as fuck. I was like, not really, man. I can't... They don't look bad at all, man.
No, I'm saying I'm wide. Like, see where my shoulders are.
Oh, shit, yeah. Man, you were... Yeah. Like, what you told me on the way, like, to school this morning, that you were that one kid that is, like... Wait, you said that you were, like, the tough guy that people didn't want to fuck with.
I wasn't necessarily a tough guy.
I mean, you were the guy that nobody wanted to fuck with in high school because you were, like, bigger, right?
I was bigger. I was definitely bigger and stronger than everybody.
Were you ever a bully?
Never.
No?
Never.
I like that. That's cool. Cause I
don't think I was. If anybody's listening to this and, like, I bullied you, I'm sorry. But I really didn't mean to. Like, I was... I don't think I bullied anybody or, like, fucked anybody up emotionally.
A lot of people that were, like, big at some points in their life, just, like, when they get to the point where they're big and they're strong. I saw this in a few of my friends, actually. Like, I was friends with people that, like, did sports and, like, worked out a lot. I was the one kid in my friend group that actually didn't. But, yeah, people get big sometimes and they get this big, like, spread of confidence, and then they just, like, start to, like, not in, like, big ways, but slowly and unrealizing they start to, like, be ruder to people. Like,
I don't think I was.
No.
Like, I actually really don't. I didn't intend to at all. Like, I don't know. Like, I just wasn't raised like that. Like, to fuck with people.
Yeah, that's also true. That's a big part of it.
I never wanted to get... Like, that's why I also never really had problems with anybody to, like, get into a fight. Like, I never really, like, had issues with anyone. Like, if somebody said something to a friend of mine or something, I'd get mad, maybe a little heated. Or, like, while we're playing sports, like playing football or some shit like that when you're young. Mm-hmm. Shit happens, right? Like, you get angry sometimes, but it's not like... Yeah, I was never really out there to, like, fucking get into beef with somebody or get into a fight with anybody or, like, have a real confrontation. Like, I was more wanting to get more into getting along with everybody.
And people were like, yo, yeah, please let me get along with you. You're terrifying. Like, man, when I lived in England, like between living in a hole, I'm living here... Like, the place that I'd still probably call my hometown is Macclesfield in England. I lived there for, like, a decent amount of time. During elementary school, like, I was a bully.
Yeah.
And, like, I think I was also bullied a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, because of that, I bullied people. And, like, I didn't realize it at the time. Like, at the time, I probably thought I was just being, like, a kid.
You're just trying to get by. You're trying to get by emotionally.
Yeah. Then, like, I'm starting to go into high school here. And I'm like, wow, I used to be a mean fucking kid. Like...
You also said you grew up in like kind of a rougher area of England too.
I mean, yeah, but like I didn't live there for that long. Like I can barely remember.
Like Macclesfield is the place where you didn't live very long.
No, Macclesfield is where I lived for quite a while. Macclesfield wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
It was like a small.
It wasn't Hull.
No, yeah, like I was born in Hull, and like that is a really rough place in England. Okay. Like my parents and I call it the ghetto of England. It might not be the ghetto of England. Like that's what we've always called it. But,
shit.
Yeah, and you've always been in Vancouver though.
I've always been in Surrey.
Yeah,
my whole life.
Yeah, isn't like Surrey is supposed to be the scary part of Vancouver, right?
It's supposed to be like like for anybody who's like listening to this and you don't know Vancouver, you don't know Canada or BC or the Lower Mainland in any way, Surrey is considered like the Compton.
Oh my god,
the Compton of Vancouver. This is where like the gang shootings and all that stuff happen. This is where you're not supposed to go. This is where everyone makes jokes about going to Surrey. Everyone else in Lower Mainland.
I saw somebody driving with a bumper sticker. Like it was like a nice car, and it was like a 40-year-old lady, but it had a bumper sticker that said, "Don't think for 1 second I'm not from Surrey," or like something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's actually funny.
It was funny. I think
Surrey's a massive fucking area.
Is it? Like I know, like there's areas of Vancouver. What are is it one of the bigger ones? Would you say? Because I say like I tell people I'm from Delta, like and people will be like, "Where's Delta?"
Because Delta is not very big. Like,
but is it like a known place at least?
Delta, yeah. Oh yeah.
So people are just dumb.
Some people are fucking stupid if they don't know where Delta is. You're probably talking people from out of town.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, I think it was from somebody from our school, but then again, like we're like a lot of the kids are
pretty much everybody's from out of town.
Yeah. You're like the only loser that's born and raised in Vancouver.
Yeah.
You're not a loser, don't worry. You're okay. So
so anyways, so you're from Macclesfield. Like, where is that in England? Like, where exactly? I have no idea. Like, I'm not.
That's like a 15 or so miles from Manchester, I think. Like, I think. I don't know.
So okay, so here's the thing, man. Like, I don't really know anything about England. Most I know about England, and I think like most people from Vancouver or Surrey kind of have the same idea of England.
Yeah.
We're like, we only really know it from soccer.
Okay, yeah.
Like we know Chelsea, we know Manchester United, West Ham, Liverpool, you know, all these. But then like, okay, the one thing that always got me was like, how come London doesn't have a team? But then I realized London's a really big area.
No, it's because London's a shitty place to live, man. Nobody wants to be there.
Really?
Fuck a Londoner. No, there's people in London that are like, yeah, fuck, yeah, like London's awesome. Man, if you're not from London, London is a weird place to go. I never went to London. I've been on the outskirts, but I've never been there.
And people go on trips from here to go see London, go see the London Bridge.
No, honestly, it's like your stereotypical landmarks. Other than that, just like shitty people with shitty accents. Honestly,
yeah,
London accents fucking blow.
Yeah,
like, big time. I'm from Hull, and I hate London accents.
Yeah,
it's not like my dad was born in where was he? Not Yorkshire. I guess Yorkshire, because like Hull is in Yorkshire, and like so Southport. That's where he's from. Southport is like an equally shitty accent to Hull, but it's kind of cool too. Yeah, like they talk in this thing called Cockney rhyming slang, and it's like it's not even like they call it an accent, but it's really just like a different vocabulary that people from like Southport and some I think in Hull too maybe like talking. Completely unnecessary. Like it's not a normal thing. It's like instead of saying.
What does it sound like?
I'm not gonna do like a replica because I'm really bad with English accents actually because mine is so weird. Like my family's so mixed. But I'm from Hull. My dad's from Portsmouth. My mom's from like Macclesfield, so pretty close to Manchester her whole life. So like being raised, I have a very mixed accent.
Yeah. Okay.
But they like it's called Cockney rhyming slang, and like they'll just replace words with even bigger words that don't make sense. Instead of saying sister, you say skin and blister. And that's just a normal thing to do.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So like me and the skin and blister were it not necessary.
There'd probably be a longer word for me.
Yeah. Like I don't even know a lot of them to be honest. Like the sister is the only one that comes to mind right now.
That's not fucked for anybody who lives there, but like between you and me, that's fucked.
It's a little fucked, yeah. Like if somebody came here straight from like someone that spoke in Cockney rhyming slang, and I started like talking like that.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
That reminds me of Austin Powers Goldmember when he's talking to his dad, who's played by Michael Caine.
I've seen Austin Powers like once, and I barely remember him.
Okay, well you need to watch that. You need to watch that clip where he's talking to his dad, and they're talking like old British or whatever, and they're talking about something in the lorry and this and that. Like it's just like it's. They were saying things like what you just said.
Wait, a lorry? Did you say lorry?
Well, I know what that is. That's a car, isn't it?
No, a lorry is a semi-truck.
Semi-truck, okay, yeah. But anyways, they were saying, like, they were talking about other stuff before that, and it was just the way they were going about it. Like, no one would be able to know. Like, it'd be like a secret word. That's what it almost sounds like, and that's what this sounds like to me.
Yeah, it's like it's a really cool way to put it. Actually, it's like having like secret codes for everything.
For everything,
but ones that don't even make sense. Like just like
the skin and bobs,
skin and blister.
Skin and blisters,
because it has to rhyme with sister, right?
Okay.
I'm not sure what brother would be. I think it's something another. I can't really remember right now. I wish I had internet access, but I'd never connect to your internet. I would totally Google that.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Well, why don't I just Google it?
You want to? I'm going to get a fact check.
We'll do a fact check.
Just Google Cockney rhyming slang.
Cockney rhyming.
Like COTNEY rhyming slang. And all the viewers can do it with us too. Take part in this.
Yeah, man. This is an interactive thing.
I also speak French, but really badly.
Well, I didn't know you spoke French.
I passed high school, like grade 10 French with a 49.5. And then he just let me go because I guess he didn't want me to be in his class anymore. I was that kid. And then I just never took French again. But like I can say some things. Like bonjour, por favor.
That's two different languages.
Señorita.
That's Spanish.
I can say like bonjour though. And au revoir.
I can say bonjour too.
Yeah.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. I'm not sure what that means.
S'il vous plaît?
S'il vous plaît. And a table. I know a table means to the table or something like that. Or maybe it just means table. Because whenever my dad fucking has dinner ready, like in my house and grab forks, he yells a table just throughout the household. Most obnoxious thing in the world. A table, a table.
Oh
like,
my God.
You're not French. You're British. You're not even supposed to like the French. Like, where's that coming from?
Okay, so I think I've got something here.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this with you too.
Yes. So if you're speaking Cockney rhyming slang, and you were looking for a racing post, you would call it a holy ghost.
Yeah.
You would call a rail a Toby ale.
Rain is Duke of Spain. I knew that.
Pleasure and pain. Oh, Duke of Spain. There's another one right there. There's many rains actually.
We got Aiken Payne, Duke of Spain,
this is
Pain, Cynthia Payne, Rambles. Saul
That's my
Campbell.
favorite, Cynthia Payne.
Who's
Fuck,
Cynthia?
man.
Is that a person?
Look at the Cynthia Payne outside. It's overwhelming. I'm gonna get so wet.
You could no.
I got really wet from the Cynthia Payne this morning.
The Duke of Spain gets me so wet.
Oh my God, the Duke of Spain just soaked me this morning.
Oh my God. What is gonna be raw is bale of straw.
Wait. A raver.
What is a raver?
First of all,
somebody that goes to raves. Back in 1989, South Mims Services was often a meeting place for cheesy quavers before the ravers. I don't know what that means, man. Before the M25 acid. The
sentence they used made no fucking sense to a normal person.
All right,
like to you or me.
Maybe this whole thing is talking Cockney rhyming slang.
Maybe. Yeah, fuck, that whole sentence could have been Cockney rhyming slang. Then we're fucked.
Fucking like M25 acid. What could that possibly mean other than just doing acid?
You're getting all milky.
Malky Fraser
is a razor.
That's like that Julian Smith video. Have you seen that? Instead of like they're arguing over how to pronounce milk. And they're like malk and stuff like that, and like
everything but milk.
Like I think one guy says milk, and he's just freaking out the whole time because people are mispronouncing it. Really funny video, actually. That's an old one too.
Real is Ian Beale.
Reasons is 4 seasons. My dad's definitely used that one before. Like I got 4 seasons.
4 seasons. Okay, this is fucked.
Yeah, I know. It's
Like, how is anyone supposed to understand this? Is like
people do it though. That's it. This is like.
This is like a really small town that speaks this language.
I don't even think so. It might be like small, like as far as like location goes and like how much there is to the city, but
where is
very
this?
Heavily populated.
Where is this?
Hull. It's
they speak this where you're from.
Yeah, like where I was born.
Cockney rhyming.
I'm not sure if it's a Hull thing or if it's a Southport thing. I'm not actually sure where it originates in England, but I know that there's parts of Hull and parts of Southport where they do speak in Cockney rhyming slang, and like where I was raised and people I was raised around did speak in Cockney rhyming slang, kind of in and out of it.
I forgot this was alcohol.
Yeah. Say like a sip of it like it was juice or something.
Yeah.
Man, I'm ahead of you. Actually, no, we're very much tied. This is where we're at right now. This is yeah. You want to put it down? That's not how cheersing works.
I really like this.
I don't know how I feel about Hennessy.
It's strong.
I'll be honest. It is pretty strong. Vodka's the only.
You gotta sip it.
But yeah, for sure. Vodka's the only hard alcohol I can actually get down with. Yeah. I say that, but last week I said that when I was choosing alcohol to drink at my friend McLean's house.
And that didn't end well.
Every single one of us blacked out, I think. I'm pretty sure we did. Me and McLean definitely did. And I puked. I didn't even remember puking when I woke up, but they were like, yeah, man, like you hit a cholo, which is just straight tobacco through a bong, first of all. I hit a very large cholo through a bong with a big bowl on the bong. Like, pulled that shit through one take. I do remember that, actually. I remember hitting a bong. I didn't remember it was a cholo necessarily. I remember, like, exhaling and going, like, wow, that was super smooth. Then apparently I just walked outside, sat down on the deck, and just shacked.
I laughed, like, that outburst of laughter was because you called it, like, your sentence was, I hit a really fat cholo.
That's... fuck. That's how I talk.
If you take that out of context, it's fucking funny.
Yeah. Wait, what? I thought you were making fun of the fact that I'm so used to hitting cholos that I have like my own phrase for it. Like,
you know cholo? Do you know what cholo means?
No, I know it's like.
I'm pretty sure it's like, okay. Let's look it up before I say anything.
Okay, I'm pretty sure cholo is just straight tobacco through a bong. But
no, like where do you think that's from though, bro?
Cholo. It sounds. I don't know, man. It sounds like a what's the word? Like a bad word to use for a Mexican. That's the vibe I'm getting. Oh, really? Is that what it says?
It's a lower class Mexican expression in an urban area.
Man, that makes the fact that like you're calling straight tobacco through a bong a cholo, and it's like a greasy, dirty thing.
That's a greasy thing to say, yeah.
That's exactly why it's called a cholo, because it's saying like lower class Mexicans are greasy. Oh my god.
That's fucked.
Do I want to keep using the term
you probably
cholo
don't.
now?
You probably
if I say that in the wrong area, like if I'm hypothetically I'm hitting a cholo with like a large group of lower class Mexicans. Hypothetically, I could be in a
holy fuck.
I could be in a pretty bad situation. Let me just hit this fat cholo. The fat guy stands up. What you talking about?
What you talking about? You gonna hit me?
Hit on this.
Fucking fuck.
No thanks. I don't want that. If I'm hitting a cholo at a Taco Bell. Actually, I don't think.
Why would you hit it? Why would you hit a bong shot?
Man, I hit a fucking cholo out of the side of my minivan, like sitting in the back out of my sliding door of my minivan in my school parking lot once. It was like between classes. I think I was on spare. I did that though. That was a stunt.
That's a stunt.
It was not a good stunt by any means. Like if somebody did that to me now, or did that near me now, I'd be like, man, like you gotta rethink your life. But it was more of like I got called out to do it by like a few people, and I was like,
peer pressure makes it.
Yeah, like I'm the cholo guy. Unfortunately, I can't not do this.
You are a lower class Mexican.
I am. Oh my god! If you start calling me cholo, I'm gonna come up with the most fucked up nickname in the world for you. Like you don't want.
The thing is, I look more Mexican than you.
Yeah, but I look more lower class than you. I'm a second class citizen. I'm a fucking I'm probably more Mexican than you because I'm lower class. Because
you're an immigrant.
Up. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
I did not mean to say that. I have nothing against Mexicans. I think I love equality and stuff. Everybody's equal. I said that.
So you're kicking it to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, if you look at terms of like, who's more immigrant, then technically you're more immigrant than me.
Yeah, because I was born in England, I guess, and this guy's been. Yeah,
I was born in Vancouver. I was born in Richmond, raised in Surrey.
Is Richmond like a richer place? I know like North Vancouver is like where all the rich people are, right?
North Vancouver,
like the British properties,
the British properties and whatnot.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, there's really, really expensive areas in Surrey as well, and there's really, really expensive areas of Richmond. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
That fucked you up
a little bit. I did take like a reasonably big step of that this time actually.
You did. But yeah, like there's nice areas of like Richmond's not necessarily like a more expensive or nicer area. I'd say it is a little bit nicer just because like Richmond's been more established for a long time, so they've had like long time to really make their cities nice and organize them nicely and properly. Like, they're very well experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Richmond's like probably one of the first suburbs. I don't know that for sure, but that's probably one of the first suburbs of Vancouver, like proper ones. And then Surrey's like just developing really now, like in the past like 15 years.
I always got the feeling that Delta was like one of the older ones, specifically because even if you look at it on like a map or something, there's so much more green in Delta, like on a map or something, and like it almost feels like, you know, like with Canada, it's like a big thing with like natives not wanting you to like out their land and get rid of nature and shit. Obviously, there's people that don't want to get rid of the nature that aren't native, but for the most part, you hear a lot. Hear a lot of talk about the Aboriginals, not natives, Aboriginals, saying that type of stuff. But it almost feels like that's kind of what Delta is, because otherwise people would have just built over it and shit by now.
No, it's just like there was like people didn't really want to move in there. Like there was like there's Burnaby, Richmond, Surrey. Like there just wasn't that many people in the Lower Mainland.
All right.
Which like in the past like 10 years.
Yeah, I guess
immigrants are moving into.
I guess with most cities and like most things in general, when something starts to become a hub, like even with like social situations where if you have that one place you want to go hang out, it like once you get into that pattern, it's easy, like once you have a hub, you don't really stretch away from it. So once downtown Vancouver had developed, there wasn't a need to have anything in Delta. That makes sense.
That's right. Yeah, so like now, like there's tons of people moving in to like, well, like you can't really be a normal person and live downtown Vancouver. Like it's very, very hard to. Things are so expensive there.
Yeah, like my friend used to live down there. Like actually the guy that lives in like that I went to visit this weekend that lives in the British Properties now. He used to live in an apartment in downtown Vancouver on Robson, and he actually paid more money to live there than he does now. Like in the British Properties. That's kind of gnarly. That's
like downtown Vancouver, like no normal people really live there. Like you have to have some sort of extraordinary situation to be able to afford to live in downtown Vancouver, or like get the opportunity to maybe you somehow get to live there for a cheaper price. But it's like no normal circumstances going to allow you to live downtown Vancouver, and people aren't migrating into Vancouver. Yeah, because now there's housing the housing prices and things like that. For Vancouver, East Van, that whole area, it's just like it's crazy. So people are moving into area like about 10 years ago started moving into areas like Surrey, and then all of a sudden you see this big boom in Surrey for like housing, and tons of people are moving in. All of a sudden Surrey has a downtown, and like, you know, buildings and things like that going up in Surrey, like high rises and shit. So and then like before that, Burnaby was pretty developed, Richmond was developed. Now there's Surrey, and then now like places like Langley, Cloverdale, the Lower Mainland are like starting to develop a whole lot.
I don't know where a lot of these places are, but like
it's okay. You don't need to know. Yeah, you don't need to know.
You don't need to know, Alex. Fuck you.
But no, I'm just saying, like, if you're not gonna go there, you don't like. There's nothing that you'll ever need from there.
But there's this one thing that you don't have that I was just thinking about, because there was a time during that what you just said that I was not paying attention. Most of it I was, but there was a part in which I thought, hey,
son of a bitch.
I was like, hey, Brandon has never been able to experience a small town, and like I moved from a small town to here. That was a big jump. Yeah, and like it's not like there's parts and places where it's like it's not that different. It's not that big of a deal. There are so many things in small towns that we do better than you guys.
Oh, I totally agree with you.
First of all, partying. I've drank while I've been here, but I've not had an actual party so far.
Didn't you have a party with your friends?
Yeah, but that was like a few people. That was just like drinking with a few people. It wasn't like a party. Like in Grand Forks, where I'm from, you can find any bushes, any trees, and just walk in there and party. We had a place called Duke, which was on a beach. That was a beach that wasn't like within a forest. We had a place called Sand Pits, which was like kind of just like a field of sand with a bunch of like mountains and different levels of sand pits. There was a place called Moto, which was like up in the mountains and like different levels to Moto. Like those lower Moto.
You just go there and just fucking throw a party.
Yeah, and then we had Gundick, which is where Gundick. And that is, it used to be called Pre-Burnout because we have another party place called Burnout, and that turned into Pre-Burnout, but we called it Gundick because some out of town kids lived there. Gundick is the coolest place I wouldn't say party, but the coolest pre-drinking location in the whole fucking Kootenays. Man, is Gundick cool. You have a river.
Man, is Gundick cool.
you have like a river.
That sounds redundant.
It does actually.
Gundick.
Yeah, but you
do the same thing.
Hear me out. You have a river like this, and it's like it kind of curves around, so you can see different like parts of the river because it's kind of like circles and patterns and shit. But it's also part swamp with a huge mountain behind it, bunch of clear sky. You can see like all like not like damaged or like built on at all. Like it's all green and all like water and shit. And then you have like a little beach, a little bank. And then up here on this bank is just a bunch of sand and dirt, just to like
probably
party.
have a nice view though.
Yeah, we drank there before Canada Day, and like most parties, and we had some parties there too. And, like, we actually had last Canada Day there, but like for the most part,
you probably have a tighter community there, which makes it probably a little more easier to wrangle up a party.
Yeah,
because everyone's so busy out here doing their own thing, and
I guess also if you want to go somewhere, you have to travel a lot more too, probably
a little bit. But I mean, like. You've only been here about like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's gonna be some partying.
There fucking better be. It doesn't seem like anybody in our school parties. Like you say you party sometimes, you say you drink sometimes, and like Halloween you said something might happen. But for the most part, I haven't met a single person in our class. I don't know about, like as much as I did in Grand Forks at least.
What do you mean?
Like Bob maybe.
Oh yeah.
But like that's like going to bars and shit. I'm talking about like
that's what people here do.
Like house parties and shit.
House parties. Well, why would you go to a house party? We could party at a fucking club.
I can't though.
The DJ.
Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. There aren't people that party like how I party or have partied. I'm 18. I can't go to bars and shit.
But you probably don't have bars and shit in Grand Forks.
We had a bar.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, people went there to feel cool.
Exactly.
But like for the most part, it was better to go to one of these beach locations.
Well, no shit. Because there's
like
one bar. There's one bar to choose from. Yeah,
that's true. I just know there are multiple bars, but only one of them wasn't like a good location.
But something should happen Halloween. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll get you laid.
I'm not trying to get laid here. I'm trying to get fucking hammered. Only this time I don't want to puke, because that was quite the experience, let me tell you. One cool thing also that happened that night, my friend from the... You just fucked yourself up at that day.
Yep.
Nice. But my friend McLean, he apparently from day one since he moved into this new place, he'd wanted to climb down his laundry chute, which is like on the top floor, goes to the bottom one. So like I found, do I have my iPod? I'm showing you this. This is my friend going down the laundry chute. I only got the end of it, but like you can see the look on his face, and he's just so fucking happy with like what's happening. My iPod is froze. Photos. This will be worth it, I promise you. I'll play the audio for the crowd and everything. Maybe I'll even show them the video. I don't know. I forgot what we're recording, man. Yeah. Like, that's scary. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? Just look at like the reaction here. Just so happy.
That's fucking awesome.
With blasting Eminem in the back. Not Eminem, Snoop Dogg in the background. Kit Kat shirt, Kit Kat t-shirt. We got that from Kit Kat actually.
That's fucking great.
It was so content with what's happening. It's awesome, really. Fuck. Who you talking to? Who's this guy talking? Is this your girlfriend?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. This guy has a girlfriend, and he brags about it. And like it's actually.
I don't brag about shit. First of all,
audience, most annoying fucking thing in the world. Any sentence or anything that this kid has in our school, he just has to bring up his girlfriend and just bring up the fact that he's better than the fact that he's better than everyone else. The teacher was trying to give this kid a tip on things to do, and he's looked our teacher straight in the eyes and said, "I'm richer than you." Like this
what
kid.
The fuck? First of all, this guy is 145 pounds, and he just had half a glass of Hennessy. So don't believe shit that's coming out of this guy's mouth anymore. I don't claim to be anything.
He doesn't at all. You're actually very humble.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a very humble human being.
That's right.
That was funny though.
That
was pretty funny.
Can you imagine though? What if I did that?
That'd be
like Marty's just telling me like, "Oh, I really liked your piece on fucking, the Amber Alert and shit."
Thanks, it's because my economy, not my economy.
I have greater resources than others, and greater resources than you because I'm richer than you, and I have a girlfriend.
Girlfriend part is important.
Yeah,
he's probably married by now, but like you have to throw in there that you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, and Marty's married as fuck.
Is he
He's
married?
like kids and shit. Yeah.
Oh, he does have kids. I forgot. Does Scott have kids too? Yeah, he does. He told us that.
Scott has kids.
Yeah, Scott
I'm pretty
has
sure
kids.
Dave has kids.
Scott
too.
would be the coolest.
I don't know
dad.
if Dave has kids. Never mind. We shouldn't be discussing this.
Man.
But I don't know if he does or doesn't. Anyways.
I'm sure he'd be a great father figure.
Yeah,
I'm
Dave's
sure,
a cool guy.
Yeah, very cool guy.
Dave's a cool guy. You just can't touch him.
Okay, really?
Remember that? Oh, you weren't there that day.
Explain this. Well, why can't
Oh,
I
it was
touch
just
him?
Bob touched him, and then he's just like, as a joke, he's like, "Don't touch me. I don't like to be touched." He like shook his hand, and then like he put his hand on his arm like this, like this.
Did he like do that thing? Like,
No, I think he went like this or went like that, and he's
God.
like, "Don't touch me."
That's weird. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
And then he walked in the next time, and he's just like, "Hey, that was good, but don't touch me."
That's dope. I like, you know, Top Gear. Have you heard of them before? There's like a car show from England.
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay, they were just traveling. They were filming actually the second last episode ever of Top Gear before like Jeremy Clarkson got fired by the BBC.
He said something racist, right?
No.
Oh man, didn't he say something racist?
No, he punched his cameraman.
Oh, I think he
He's
also
probably
said
said
something
racist stuff before.
one
They've
time,
been
too.
like the entire Top Gear has been racist in the past, but they like second last episode ever before they got fired by the BBC. They drove through my hometown. I actually saw like I saw the truck that had the equipment in the back and shit, and then they go to Trail, which is about an hour and a half away from my town, and then Jeremy Clarkson tweets a picture of downtown Trail. My friend Travis texts me and he's like, "Yo, look at the picture Jeremy Clarkson tweeted. He's in Trail right now." And I'm like, holy shit, yeah, he is. I go to my house, I get my dad, and we just fucking go to Trail, go to where he was standing, and like we tried to go to the restaurant that they were in, the Chinese restaurant they went to, but we couldn't get in there. And then we're like, okay, if they're not here right now, where are they gonna be? The airport. So we just go to the fucking airport and sneak through security at the airport. Sneak through the airport even though I haven't like bought anything or like paid for tickets or anything. I just go in there and see all of Top Gear standing at the back. And I fucking walk up to them. I call Richard short, like, you look a lot shorter in person. And here's the mistake. Here's the whole point of the story. The first thing I did was put my arm around James May. He hates being touched. He's one of those people that has like a phobia of touching other people.
He has one of those like bacteria or like.
It might be something like that. I'm not sure, but I didn't
like
really
clean freak kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time. Like I've watched Top Gear since one sec. I watched Top Gear since I was like really young, but I didn't never knew that James May had this like thing of not being touched, right? So I put my arm around him, and he looks super uncomfortable. And I put my arm around Richard Hammond too, and like, what? You just pour way too much on mine? What just happened? What was that face?
What? No.
He's made like a weird face.
I was looking at it. I'm making a weird face because the fucking sip I took. Oh, well, you're getting more too.
Oh my god. My
story
is pretty much over anyways.
Well, I gotta keep shit
I got my
even.
point. Okay, well now there's more of mine. You're just trying to get us fucked up. That's good. That's perfectly lovely.
He's trying to get fucked up.
You're just trying to get us fucked up. Sick of your shit, man. I'm not.
Finish your story.
I'm done my story pretty
What the
much.
fuck?
You weren't listening because you're.
I was listening. You put your arm around James
You're
May
hammered,
and-
pouring another drink. Yeah, okay. And then I called Richard short, and then we tried to get Jeremy Clarkson's attention.
Did you call him short or you just said his name?
I said he looked a lot shorter in person.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and then he giggled and he looked kind of upset because he looked up at me and was like, "Wow, you're 6'5", and I'm not."
Fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Right?
and then we tried to get Jeremy's attention. Jeremy was the only person that was not social at all.
Yeah.
Like when we tried.
Well, he's the star.
He was
of it, isn't he?
yeah. He was like on his phone like in the back, and like I think Richard was like, "Jeremy, get over here, we got a picture," and he's turned around and went.
Not today. Not today.
Didn't have an Indian accent, believe it or not.
Oh,
At
he
least
didn't?
I didn't notice it.
That was not supposed to be an
What was it supposed to be?
British.
What?
I'm sorry.
Do it again.
Not today.
What? I think it's the Fijian in you really coming out right now.
The Fijian in me.
I don't know how to pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
Fijian.
Fijian. Fijian sounds like. Can I call you like vaginal? Is that okay? It sounds very similar.
Vaginal?
It sounds very similar to
Listen,
vaginal.
you're cut off, buddy.
No, man. I'm not even that drunk. Like if I was sober, I'm not drunk.
This is fucking some powerful shit, though, right?
Yeah, like I'm
like
tips. Yeah, I'm feeling it, but like I wouldn't say I'm drunk.
Like I could drink, like don't look at this as an example of like how my drinking patterns actually go. Like I can drink like a fish. Like I can
Fish don't drink that much actually. They just like breathe.
It's an expression.
They like breathe in the water and then they breathe it out again.
Expression.
Okay.
I can drink like something that drinks lots.
What do you drink usually though? Because obviously I hope you're not sipping Henny every time you drink. Because this shit fucks you up.
No, this is my first bottle ever and probably my last.
Yeah. I know I've seen interviews and like things where Kanye was walking through crowds with bottles of Henny.
He did that at the VMAs that one year where he did that Taylor Swift thing. He had a bottle of Henny, I think, and he was sipping out of it the entire time, and he was just fucked up. And he's like, "I'm gonna let you finish."
But Beyonce had the greatest music video of all time.
Well, we all know what that was, right? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his mom died the week before.
Yeah. Well, he was.
Did you know how she died?
She died of cancer, didn't she?
Nope, plastic surgery accident. He paid for it.
Fuck.
Yeah, he paid for her plastic surgery, and then like it was an accident that killed her. One of the worst ways to go out probably, and he paid for it. Like he probably just had so much fucking guilt and weight on his shoulders when that happened.
That's fucked.
Yeah, like if your mom dies as a generalization, you're gonna be sad. But if you have the slightest fucking doubt in yourself, thinking that you caused that you killed that would fuck you up, man. Like I doubt, like it's very easy to.
Was it like something that was like the doctor botched by any way, or like
I'm not sure.
Was it just like it was a risky thing to do, and she didn't like? Did they finish it, and then like she just didn't deserve or not deserve? She didn't. She didn't deserve to live. Is it something that she couldn't recover from? Is what I meant. Like
it might have been that,
the injuries that were caused by.
It might have been not even been 1 week. It might have been 2 weeks before that thing happened. But either like it was a very recent thing, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how it panned out.
If you can't tell by now, we're both huge Kanye fans.
Like I don't know.
Fuck you if you don't like Kanye.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. Like we just lost a lot of subscribers. Let me tell you.
Well, George Bush doesn't care about.
He doesn't though. Yeah. Like that's like one thing we forget. Okay, this bothers me.
Yeah.
Kanye got so much shit for doing that.
Honestly, I loved it.
How many people hated on Kanye during that time?
Yeah, but I mean, those are people that were gonna hate on Kanye if he probably did the exact same thing. Like if he read off the fucking teleprompter, they would have still hated him.
That's my hat. Yeah.
They still would have hated him.
Yeah, that's like
they didn't hate him anymore because he actually really didn't do anything wrong. He spoke his mind.
You think that, like, out of all the ways you could get people to hate you though, or just feel like a certain way about you, political standpoints would be one of the strongest ways.
Yeah, because it's really fucked up, and like Joe Rogan always talks about this too, which is a podcast that I really enjoy listening to, and like what inspired me to want to do a podcast of my own.
We should make a podcast one day. That'd be pretty cool. We should start doing podcasts. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, we should start doing podcasts.
Mm-hmm. So continue.
So, anyways, that's something that he talks about a lot. Is just like there's these like weird things that are like set in stone, like set in all of us. Like there's like our religious standpoint, political standpoint, maybe sports teams. Maybe it's you like Chevrolet, not Ford. Like you know what I mean? There's just certain things that you like Androids, not fucking iPhones or some shit. Like there's these things that like no matter what the situation is, like your opinion is your opinion. Like you were on this fucking team. Like I am on the team that like, you know, I am a fucking Republican. Yeah. Like anything that comes out of a Democrat's mouth is fucking bullshit. It's some fucking like communist crap.
And if like something bullshit comes out of your side, all of a sudden that's the right thing. Yeah, like that's.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Your opinion on everything changes.
You're right, Mr. Trump. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that scares me. Just you saying that scared me.
It's true though. Like I am on this team. Yeah. I will go with this team, ride or die, because I was raised.
That's why
my daddy was a Republican.
Yeah.
I'm a Republican. My children are Republicans.
My children are Republicans. Yeah. Can I do an okay Southern accent, by the way? Was that
you can do a pretty good Southern accent. I don't know why though. Like this is kind of fucked up too. Sorry for people who live in the South, especially like Caucasians from the South. Like anytime I want to do an accent of something like I want to say something that's backwards, I automatically go to a like Southern accent.
Really, I make a lot of fun of Southern people, probably not necessarily in that accent, But like if somebody would like made an incest joke, I talk about a Southern American,
Of
not
course.
from South America. But
No,
like,
no.
yeah,
North,
yeah,
Southern
you
North
get it.
American.
I don't know why though. I like that. I think that's a British thing because the British and the Americans have this like very non-topical like hate for each other. Actually, I don't think it's Americans to British as much as it is to British to Americans. But like in
it's
England,
Americans to British too.
In England,
it's all to British.
In England, there's been times where like. And not even like just times, most of the time, instead of calling somebody like an idiot or something, you'll call them an American, just straight up.
Ooh.
Or just say like you sound like you're from the States or something like that. Or like it's a like that's a burn. A burn in England is saying you're from America.
Saying you're American.
At least from my experience. If this has changed by now in the UK, I'm so sorry. I'm reasonably outdated. I haven't visited England in like gotta be 5 or 6 years now, somewhere around there. But
I'm sure it hasn't changed a whole lot. I'm sure it might just be a little more than it used to be.
Yeah. Actually, if anything, it's probably escalated.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's fucked. Like I don't know. Like that's something that I always do, and I just realized that right now I'm catching myself.
You're touching yourself.
I'm catching myself.
You're touching
right now.
yourself. Why are you touching yourself? This is going on.
I'm not touching myself.
You can't do that, man. This is not.
Here are my hands. They're both clean. I'm richer than you.
I'm richer than you, and I have a girlfriend. And I have a fucking girl. You're married? That's cool. I have a girlfriend.
Cool. I have a fucking girlfriend. She goes home.
I don't even live in the same house as my girlfriend.
I get to go home, motherfucker. Anyways.
Is that a benefit or a plus side?
Benefit or a plus side? I don't know. It's probably a plus side, not a benefit.
I haven't had a girlfriend long enough to know this.
What?
Moving in with a girlfriend, that's got to be fun because obviously it has its plus sides, like a lot of plus sides.
Depends on who it is.
There's got to be so many bad sides that come out of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad sides if there's bad sides in your relationship. You know what I mean? Like so if everything's all gravy, then you're living together, then it's all gravy 24/7.
So if for some strange fucking reason I have one of those gross relationships where there's nothing wrong, it'd be okay to move in. But otherwise, I should not let her come.
No, it's just like it's
like should I have a sign outside of my house saying like girlfriends cannot enter within like 30 feet of this property? Like,
leave at this time.
Yeah, like leave by 10. I need my alone time. Like that kind
5
of stuff.
5 minutes after.
Yeah, like you bang and then you kick her out and jerk off. That kind of stuff. Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
You totally do that.
I totally
Let's
don't.
get real.
I totally.
As somebody in a relationship, how much do you jerk off?
Like never.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Like never.
What a move.
Because I don't have to.
I believe you, for sure. Your girlfriend's actually very. If you're watching this, Brandon's girlfriend, who I forgot the name, Sarah. You're a very nice lady, actually. I have gathered that so far.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's.
You fucking drink up, buddy. You said you're a fish.
Sorry, man. I've been talking. Talking.
You're talking like a dumb blonde, and you're drinking like a retarded one.
You're drinking like an Irishman.
If I was an Irishman, I'd be handling my liquor far much better.
That's true.
Far better.
Well, if you're 145 pound Irishman, I'm like 100 pounds heavier than you. First of all,
actually,
and I'm 5 inches shorter than you.
Here's the thing, man. In grade 10, I weighed 220.
What?
Yeah, I used to be a very fat kid, and then like I got taught, like I got older, and I just got super skinny. I don't know why. Like look at I'll show this the webcam, just like very thin wrists, and you can see see my collarbone go the entire way. I'm a very skinny lanky individual, but I'm 6'5". Like it's fucking weird. And I used to be really fat. Okay, what comparison? Yeah, that's fucked up,
dude. What's crazy is the bicep area.
Man, I don't have any fucking. I'm not flexing in this thing. I'm not. You can do that as much as you want to.
I don't have muscles.
I'm not flexing. Somebody's gonna screen cap that shit, and I'm not. Like that's not for me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. He says like embarrassed. Yeah, it's okay.
That was good. What were we just talking about, man?
I have no fucking clue.
Because we've just been going one subject to the other. This is going really great.
It is going really great. If anybody's still watching this, thank you first of all. Yeah,
man. Thank you. We totally appreciate it. But George Bush doesn't care.
George Bush does not care about black people. I don't know why I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
That was going super.
You were supposed to be Mike Myers there.
I'll start the second one and you finish the rest.
Okay, go for it. We'll trade.
Yo, I'm gonna let you finish.
But Beyonce had the best video of all freaking time.
I didn't mess it up when I cut you off. You fucked up. I'm sorry. We're not this big of diehard Kanye fans.
We are, but we don't remember his quotes.
I got a few of his quotes. I don't know.
But I mean,
like, hey, you know, the greatest thing people are held back by is their perception of themselves.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a quote I fucking hold like close to myself. And also another, like, perception's one of my favorite words just because it ties in with so many fucking like quotes that mean a lot to me. Yeah. One of them is like the biggest thing we're held back by is the perception of ourselves. Another one is by a rapper called Whit Lowry. I used to go by Whitty. He was just like a YouTube rapper, not that big of a fan base. But in one of his songs, What Kind of Cigars, he has this thing where he goes, perfection is perception. Perception is all that they can see. And that's a nice one.
That's truth right there.
Fucking hits home too. For somebody who's ever been like, I'm a fucking cocky asshole now, but I used to be very insecure.
You're not a cocky asshole, but okay, finish.
Yeah, but like I used to be very insecure, and like when I heard that, I was like, wow, like that really speaks to like the old me in like a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you probably just weren't.
Perspective.
Yeah, like perception is like how you perceive things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's two things. There's perception, how you perceive things, and then there's perspective.
Yeah, and perspective is how you perceive things. Perspective is more of like a literal definition though.
Yeah.
Like you have like first perspective would be like seeing through you and like that type of thing.
When your perception is your mindset.
Yeah.
Like what shapes you. You're looking at it from that angle.
Yeah, like how like your perception of Hillary Duff is that what's your opinion?
I don't really care much.
He doesn't really care much.
She's married to Mike Connery, I'm pretty sure.
My perception of Hillary Duff is that
she was on Stevens.
She was on those fucking
Hillary Duff show.
I always got her confused with Ashley Tisdale. So she's like an Ashley Tisdale version 2 for me.
Exactly.
Maybe a little hotter though.
And for me,
topic change. Fuck what you were gonna say. Disney stars. Disney stars that are hot girls now. Top 3.
Top 3?
Go.
Wait, man. I gotta think what the fuck Disney is first of all. Okay. Wasn't Lindsay Lohan a fucking Disney chick? Not that I care, but was she?
I think she might have been in a Disney movie or two. Like, I feel like Freaky Friday is definitely Disney.
Okay, what about Mary-Kate and Ashley? Do they count?
Who's Mary-Kate and Ashley?
Never
or isn't like the Queen of England?
What?
No? Okay, that's it.
Have you ever seen a show called Full House?
No.
You've never heard of a show called Full House?
Wait, Mary-Kate and Ashley is Hillary Duff and her sister.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, keep going. Oh no! Okay.
Mary-Kate and Ashley is from they were on a show. They played. Can't remember what the fuck her name was, but they played like the baby kid on this show called Full House when they were babies. And I'm pretty sure they did like a bunch of movies for Disney. I'm pretty sure like all these Mary-Kate and Ashley movies were like Disney movies. Like Mary-Kate and Ashley do this. Mary-Kate and Ashley go to London, or Mary-Kate and Ashley go to fucking.
And did they have that one where it was like a Survivor series? But it was a movie, and it was a movie based on being in a Survivor series.
The Survivor
series.
Those
broads, like, okay, remember on...
Like wrestling?
No, not Survivor Series wrestling. Like fucking...
Survivor.
Like Survivor, that type of thing. No. It was like a movie where it was two blonde sisters doing one of those things, you know?
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck you're watching.
Who the fuck are Mary-Kate and Ashley?
Anyways, well...
Is it Mary-Kate and Ashley, or Mary-Kate and Ashley? Which one?
Mary-Kate.
Okay, and Ashley.
Mary-Kate is one name.
Okay.
And Ashley's
okay, so the first one.
They're twins.
Man,
anyways, they're not
totally talking about the same person.
They're not in my top 3.
Okay.
For Disney stars is what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. 3, because she's like, I don't know, she's a lesbian. Raven Simone.
Okay.
That's So Raven.
Okay, I don't think I bang her, man. I don't think I bang Raven Simone.
Whatever, man.
Okay, continue.
This is all hypothetical. Who gives a fuck? I'm not banging anyone.
Sure. Okay, continue.
And then who was fucking Miley Cyrus, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's number one.
She's not like, yeah.
She's not like beautiful or like.
But like she's
whatever.
Coolest attitude ever. First of all, and like her having a cool personality and a cool attitude.
She won me over that day that it came out that she smoked salvia.
I don't remember that.
You were probably too young.
I was probably too young.
Yeah, she smoked salvia.
Actually, I wasn't. I watched Hannah Montana when it came out, so there's no fucking way.
Oh, and then number 2, Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh my god, that's my number 1.
That's your number
Vanessa
1.
Hudgens, Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande was she's stupid on her show, man.
Yeah, still Disney though.
Victoria.
Does Katy Perry count as Disney? Was she ever a part of Disney?
I don't think so.
No, fuck.
There's that Victoria chick.
Katy Perry is like my number 1 girl ever to live ever is Katy Perry.
Okay.
But fucking Disney fucking stars. I'm gonna go Vanessa Hudgens. Who did I just say? Ariana Grande.
I totally forgot she's Disney,
and then Miley Cyrus probably.
Because you're like a kid, like you know what's on Disney and shit.
I'm a kid. Really? I'm 18 and I'm a fucking adult. Actually,
you're a fucking man.
I'm a fucking man. I'm the fucking man.
You ate a hot dog the other day.
I had a hot dog that day.
And you finished it before me.
And the day before.
And
that's because I eat fast though.
He's 145 pounds.
I'm one of those guys that doesn't eat that much, but then when I get food, it goes down very. Like I don't think about any. Like I only eat. I don't talk or anything. Like I just get it. I get it down me.
You just get it down, right?
I'm realizing now that what I'm doing does not look like I'm eating a hot dog, but this is without. Yeah.
Go like this. Go like this.
Yeah.
And then go like this.
And no,
that's a rusty trombone.
Fucking weird.
This motherfucker sends me a Wikipedia link.
That sounded like a good night message. It just said like "Sweet dreams, my sweet prince," and then I sent him a Wikipedia, like an honest Wikipedia,
and it's got like this beautiful, perfect diagram.
Really nice diagram.
Like just line, people are drawn as lines.
I gotta point out, I found this on Reddit, and just because the diagram was so well done for a Wikipedia page, I had to send it to him.
This motherfucker sends it to me. It's a girl on her knees and a man with his knees slightly bent. Right? This is the description of the definition of rusty trombone.
Oh my god.
A man slightly bends his knees and ankles and bends over a little bit as there's this picture of a girl like just fucking stroking his cock.
No, she's behind him
stroking his dick.
With her face in his ass.
She's blowing.
Like this, and then here's the guy, and then just like wrenching it like
yeah. Just a rusty trombone, man.
Rusty. I can't wait.
Sometimes that trombone backfires.
Sometimes, for sure. I just realized we're getting to almost an hour.
That's it?
Yeah. How long do you want this to go for? This
is when we're done, when we're sick of each other.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got like 2 minutes left then. We for sure have to finish these drinks before we're gonna end.
By the way, you guys can't see this, but you can see this. If we like black and whited that picture, wouldn't that not be like the perfect album cover? Like it would fit in just like Nas's album cover when he's a baby. Like the one on the right there, like the Carter 3.
Man, why are your eyebrows so far away from the rest of your face?
I don't know, man. I was super surprised.
Like right here, like look in the webcam here. I'm gonna look in the webcam. You can look at me, but like my eyebrows are like they go in further than my eyes, right? They go in further than my eyes, and that your eyebrows don't start till halfway through your eyes.
I don't know, man. But anyways, that'd be a dope fucking album cover, right?
Like, it looks like
black and white and just right.
That's like the Carter 3. Only the Carter 3 is like in color.
Dude, do you have a picture like that?
I might.
If you have a picture like that somewhere, that could be like our Get Much Higher podcast.
I would
one day.
I would do that. Yeah. Now that I talked about fucking. Now that I talked about album covers, whatever album covers, and I talked about the Carter 3, I have to bring this up to you. We've had top 5 rappers talk. We've never had top 5 albums talk.
Never top 5 albums.
Go.
Hip hop only.
Hip hop only. You can do this. I believe in you.
Top 5 hip hop.
I'm not sure if I got my top 5 in order.
I think we did go over this,
but I don't remember it if we did.
Okay. Well, let's go. Okay, so can I do top 5 not in any specific order?
Albums or mixtapes, and yeah, sure, that works.
Like my top 5 doesn't have to be one.
5 favorites. Just do
5 favorites. Okay, well I'm gonna have to put right off the bat Illmatic.
Okay, for sure.
Just because I don't know, the first time I heard that was like Illmatic, the first time I heard first time I heard like music that just blew me away.
I like Stillmatic more than Illmatic, but I at the same time I can see much more like Illmatic was much more necessary and much more influential, obviously.
Yeah. Like the first time I heard that,
Illmatic was more important, but I prefer Stillmatic personally.
Yeah, and that's like honestly fair. Like I think It Was Written or Stillmatic might be like better albums.
Yeah, but
like,
Illmatic was more important when it came out.
And then when the first time I heard that, like the way that it made me feel, like it just blew me the fuck out of my chair. Like I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Reasonable Doubt's in there. Okay. The first Jay-Z record that he put out. That was in '96 as well. And same thing, like the first time I heard that, boom, like I fucking blew out of my chair.
Yeah.
Like I busted a nut right there.
You blew yourself in your chair, the busted or not. That's
blew
weird.
A load.
That's weird, man. Albums shouldn't make you want to do that.
Honestly, like fuck. Like I'm a weird cat, I guess. But like
weird cat.
But fuck, that album like blew me out of my mind.
Yeah.
First time I heard that. Then if we're going there, then I'm gonna have to say, well, like just because this collectively was like such a good piece of artwork, and you know where I'm going with this, because this probably one of your top 5 is A Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Is definitely in there. Because the first time I heard that, I was just like, Kanye's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody has to say about him. Like this music that he's making is just like, it's just, you can tell the quality of it. You can tell the amount of effort that the guy put into that, and just like he just puts himself into this music.
Yeah, like that was right after that was when he was just breaking up with Amber Rose and just when he talked to Kim Kardashian, when she was still in a relationship with RJ actually. Yeah, but like that was, I didn't even think about it. That's 2 pieces of, like that's 2 separate sides of love, which is such like a strong emotion. And he just put both of those at the same time and like his entire fucking soul into one album.
Yeah,
and that
came off of like 808s and Heartbreaks. Yeah, that came out maybe like a year before that. Yeah, maybe 6 months. I think that was a year after. Yeah, a year after that, and that one was like kind of just like a great stepping stone,
a great album. And like
it wasn't the best album,
man. 808s.
Okay, it had a lot of memorable tracks.
No, that's not even what I'm saying. 808s and Heartbreaks is one of the most influential fucking albums ever. Nobody rapped like he rapped in 808s ever, and then Kanye did it. And then everybody rapped like
everybody rapped like him after, yeah. Like, but the album itself, yeah, it was influential, but like album itself was like it wasn't his best work. Yeah, not even close.
Not even close. That's because fucking My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and like his other.
And he made
literally everyone.
He made the College Dropout.
Yeah, and literally everyone except for the Graduation Experience Point 2. Every album except for 808s was really good, but 808s made up for it because it was so influential.
Yeah, it was so influential, and what I was saying was that like, what he learned on that album, he applied to the next album and made that one perfect. Yeah, you know, like 808s, he went for perfect, but then he realized where he failed, where his shortcomings were, and then he made that one and he put so much more emotion into it.
Yeah, like it went from what he thought was perfect. He went from what he thought was perfection to what he felt was perfection.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly what it was. Mm-hmm. Very well articulated, bro.
Thank you, man.
So that album has to be on there. Now there's 2 spots, so you gotta go deep into these spots. Fuck, man. There's like so many good albums out there.
How many are you at now?
I'm at 3. I'm at Reasonable Doubt. Man, I do want to put another Jay-Z album in there, because I'm such a huge Jay-Z fan as well.
What was the one I showed you this morning? Not Life and Times.
Gift and the Curse, which like if you're going by Jay-Z albums, like it's a good album, but it's not like
the best. Okay.
It's not, yeah. For Jay-Z albums, like the first time I heard The Blueprint was pretty sick, but the very first album I ever bought, and I'll ask you this after, like you got to tell me the first album you actually paid money physically to like a cash register rap album, and you bought this CD and you took it home.
I don't want to say that. Okay, continue.
You don't want to say that?
I will, but I don't want to.
Okay, we're gonna hear that. But for me, it was the Black Album. I was like 11, 12 years old. Yeah. And that was like the first CD I went into Walmart. I remember Walmart in Guilford Mall. I went there and I fucking paid money to get this CD because I wanted it so badly. And I heard it on the way home, and it was my mom and my grandma in the car. Yeah. And I'm listening to a Jay-Z album in 2003. Yeah. Or 2004 probably by this time, but the album came out in 2003. So it was 2003 Jay-Z And then I'm talking like, this is 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Yeah. And my mom and my fucking 60-something-year-old grandmother is in the car.
It's just like chilling. Like,
no, they're just like, oh, this is your music. Okay. This is the kind of music you like.
That's what you're going to grow up to be.
Yeah, like, okay. Well, we'll just spend the college fund.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that has to be in there as well, because I have to give respect to the very, very first CD I ever bought.
Yeah. Okay, but before your next... Wait, are you going on to your next favorite album right now?
Give me some time so you can just tell me your first CD.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay. First rap album that I ever purchased. Also the rapper that got me into hip hop. Fun fact: before I listened to like all the YouTube and Twitter rappers, one mainstream artist got me super into rap, and that album was The Adventures of Bobby Ray by B.O.B.
What the fuck?
I know. And fucking one song that I still have probably in my top 50 rap songs to this day.
Top 50 rap songs, you know.
Like that. To this day. Well, I have the playlist on my iPod. Well, actually, I did it till last night, but I replaced it. But it's Ghost in the Machine by B.O.B. Well, by Bobby Ray, I guess, because B.O.B. Yeah, Bobby Ray is B.O.B.'s separate persona in which he sings more than he raps, and it's more about the singing and the vocals and the production and the fucking verses. Okay. But yeah, I don't even listen like B.O.B. anymore at all. But Ghost in the Machines to this day, I still like that song just because that was my favorite song on the album, and it was also the first album I ever bought. And like whether or not you want to, the first album that ever
it has like a special spot.
Yeah,
especially if you're a huge music fan, that has like a
but I could not say that's in my top 5 by any means. You got to finish off yours before I go there. Okay, one more big guy.
Fuck man, like this could change day by day. Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of good Tupac albums. There's a lot of good Biggie. Oh, there's the 2 that he made, and then there's that awesome fucking NWA album, right? Like Straight Outta Compton was fucking crazy. There's a lot of good albums out there. Fuck, it's tough to pick just one more to put in my top 5. And this is gonna change probably from all like this is gonna change day to day, like what I put in this top 5. But then those other 4 will probably say, but this last spot, like it's tough to put. But right now, today, I'm gonna say Speaker Box and Love Below. That's the Outkast album.
Okay.
And that was one that they won the Grammy for Best Album. Like the only rappers who ever won Best Album.
Okay, I like that a lot actually. That's dope.
Yeah. Other ones I would mention is the Game documentary.
Documentary shit is coming out, so we have to do. Okay, no, I'm saying this right now on fucking podcast. Documentary 2, 38 tracks, double-sided CD, like I said, 2 discs, and 38 tracks. Nas is on the second part. We have to review that.
Yeah, we will review that. We might even do that one fucking live.
Like, that'd be cool. That'd be dope, man. Yeah. That'd be totally like, documentary 2 dropped. Like, fucking get over here. Yeah.
And same with the new Kanye album. We might want to do that one live.
That might not come out for another year or so, though, man. Like nobody knows when that's coming out.
When that does come out, it's not gonna be another year. He already put out a single.
I don't know, man. He said it. He said it in an interview, like either yesterday or early this morning.
But you already told me one time that don't believe anything Kanye ever says.
That's true. That's also true. But, okay, you ready for my top 5? I'm going to put mine in order because I'm that gross.
I can't do that. I can't put Illmatic over Reasonable Doubt and then the next day change my mind. That's just because I think
about this shit a lot. Like
I do too, but
my top 5s are everything ever. Like, you cannot put me on the spot with top 5s. I got all that shit mapped out. But albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah.
1? That's your number 1?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were saying like a 1. I was like, there aren't 2 of them. Like, what's this guy trying to say here? Then, God's Son by Nas.
Oh.
That was really good. That's got like Thug's Mansion on it, like Made You Look. Yeah. Graduation by Kanye. Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
I think that's the best mixtape ever. And then Low End Theory by Tribe. Yeah.
Okay, I got another top 5 for you.
Okay.
Give me your top 5 and don't even think too much about it. Give me your top 5 rappers of today, of 2015. Like today. Like if today you take like, obviously Nas is one of the best of all time, but he's not the best of today.
What is the time frame for releasing music?
Like if you were to pick your 5 best rappers out of their booth today.
Like that are rapping right now.
That are rapping right now and out of today. Okay. Like you're not going to go get Q-Tip today and call him the best of today. Yeah. Jay-Z's not the best of today even though he's still making music. Yeah, okay. But he's not the best of today.
First is still Kanye. That's just
you think he's the best rapper of today?
He's my favorite. There's a huge difference.
I'm saying who you think the best is.
The best. Okay. Drake.
Number 1?
Yeah, absolutely number 1.
Okay.
2. Okay, you actually like let me think about this for a second.
No.
Okay, who did I say first? Drake.
You said Drake.
Drake, and then I'm gonna go right into Lupe because that last mixtape was dope.
That last mixtape was dope.
Really dope.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say Vince Staples.
Oh, interesting.
And then I'm gonna say, who else is even making music right now? I don't listen to like new music that much. Give me some options here, because I'm drawing.
J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh no, fucking Drake, Kendrick, Vince, Lupe, and then number 5 is ASAP.
You go ASAP? Really? Yeah. Why ASAP?
Probably just 'cause I'm going to his concert really soon, and I'm really excited about it. Hey, Tyler the Creator, fucking ASAP Rocky, Vince Staples, Danny Brown, and special guest. I'm going to their concert with a friend of mine in November 10th. Fuck this guy, but like pretty soon, and I'm so stoked. But yeah.
Okay, top 5 for me. Number 1, I would put Kendrick. I think Kendrick's the best of today, and he's gonna go down as like one of the best of all time. Maybe the best of all time. Though. Yeah, so will Drake. Yeah. So will Drake, but I think like Kendrick beats Drake on subject matter. He beats him on lyricism.
Kendrick is easily the top 3 rappers.
How easy is it to like rap a whole Drake verse?
That's true.
How easy is it to rap? Like, you cannot rap a Kendrick verse.
But the thing Drake has over Kendrick though is his production style is a lot more chilled and laid back, so it applies to a lot more different separate genres, and also it's easier to understand.
Oh yeah,
which is a dumb down, right? And also Drake's attitude. Drake has an attitude.
He's a superstar attitude.
Yeah. He has an attitude that a lot more people want to have, and so they look at it more. But like rapping wise, Kendrick is before Drake. Yeah,
but Kendrick is before Drake, and also I think attitude wise, like Kendrick proved something on his last album when the buzz he got and the response he got.
Yeah, and
the comparisons he got to Tupac and like all these people like Martin Luther King,
like Snoop, like Snoop and them saying that he is the king of.
He is the king. Like he gets the respect.
Was it King of New York or King of the West Coast? I think it's the King of the West Coast. To call him.
He's the king of rap today. Just the way he's influencing it.
Drake has a bigger influence right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck no, man.
No.
When Drake put out his album.
Next fucking album Kendrick puts out, no matter what it is, Kendrick will be the best. But Drake just put out an album, so people are still listening to him. To the people, Drake is bigger right now.
But I mean, like, okay, maybe here in Canada, but like Kendrick's album like broke all kinds of records when it came out.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, like, and it broke some of the online records that Drake's album broke, and that's like Drake set all these records when he put out. If you're reading this, it's too late. Like when he put that out, he broke all these online records. And Kendrick just broke them like a month or 2 later when he put out his album. Yeah. And like normally that's like whatever, like records break all the time, but this is actually pretty significant because Drake's album was just online for at least the first month.
Yeah.
It was only on Spotify and iTunes and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember actually listening to it on Spotify when it first dropped.
Yeah, and Kendrick's album was not, and that one was also like a surprise launch as well, because it was supposed to be released on one day, and he released it like 10 days earlier or something like that. It just out of nowhere, same way Drake did. He released it in stores and things like that as well, like physical CD copies, and he still broke all the online records that Drake had. And like that is a huge impact, and like honestly, the influence that he has. Not just in music, but he has influence on people themselves because his music is about real, true shit. It's about like, connecting to people.
It's a lot more political. Yeah,
it's more political. It's more meaningful. It's more about like people themselves and human nature and things like that, and just uplifting shit that people really like. And I think that's way more influential and way more important than fucking no new friends. Like what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I mean? Compared to what Kendrick's doing. So by far, Kendrick is my number 1.
Okay.
For the same reason that I put Kendrick before Drake. Okay, I'm gonna put Drake number 2 just because of how big he is.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because I like him.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I don't like Drake that much. I love 2 of his albums.
I like one of his albums.
But Drake isn't my number one because I like him. Because I asked for favor over better, and you said better, so that's why I went with Drake.
Yeah. So exactly the same reason I'm putting Drake number 2.
Yeah.
But for the same reason I put Kendrick number 1, I'm putting J. Cole number 3. Mm-hmm. And I think he has some of the best lines and some of the best lyricism in hip hop today.
For sure.
I love his whole vibe, and I love his whole uplifting kind of style.
Yeah.
So J. Cole, I would put number 3. Mm-hmm. After J. Cole,
you said right now though, is J. Cole in the booth right now?
Yeah, man.
2014 The Forest Still Dry is one of the best albums I've ever heard, probably.
Yeah.
Easily top 15, top 20. Oh, yeah. But I don't know if he's making music right now. I don't know the last fresh J. Cole song I heard. I don't know.
That was November of last year though, when it came out.
You said right now though.
Well, he is of now, of today.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we meant about. I thought
he is in the booth though. He is making an album with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that's true. I didn't know that it started yet. Has that started?
Yeah, and he's.
I did not know that.
I think he was already starting that while his last album came out, and he's also doing another project by himself, obviously, and he's making albums with his artists because he's launching Dreamville Records too. And an artist that he has, by the way, is Cause.
I don't know who Cause is.
Listen to Cause.
I'll listen to Cause. I'll write that down.
C-O-Z.
I'll write that down after this session.
C-O-Z for our Americans.
C-O-Z. Okay. For our Americans.
Yeah, so I would put J. Cole number 3. I put Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole. After J. Cole, at once upon a time I would put Big Sean, but no.
No, not right now.
Not right now.
He's one of the fucking best filler rappers we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
By filler rapper, I mean in a song you don't necessarily want it to be Big Sean featuring so and so, but one of the best feature artists to just throw a verse in the middle of an already good song will make that song so much greater. Big Sean comes with bars every time, no matter how much you care about Big Sean or how what you think of him, the dude brings a lot for sure.
Totally agree.
That Henny face you just had was pretty
right?
By the way, I've coughed every time I've drank in the last 4 sips, so I can't talk.
Yeah.
But that was a good one for sure. It was like a duck face.
I'm not necessarily sure how much right now he is. I don't know when his next project is coming out, but his last project came out last year, I think.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that people were supposed to even find out about, know much about, but it actually made it to some level of mainstream success, and that was Action Bronson.
I don't like Action Bronson.
I actually really enjoy it.
I love this song with Chance, but as a hip hop artist, I think he's bringing white hip hop back in culture.
I think diversity is good, man. I like what he talks. I like what he talks about.
Hear me out. You look at white rappers that have done a lot for hip hop. Beastie Boys, great, and then other white rappers that I can't even remember the names of now.
Eminem.
But not like that. I mean, before that.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm getting to, big guy.
Okay.
But in between Eminem and Beastie Boys, white rappers I can't remember the name of kind of brought white hip hop culture down, and then Eminem put all this fucking life and emotion into bringing it back, and then he proved white hip hop is a thing. And then we have certain rappers today that kind of bring that along.
But why is there white hip hop and fucking urban hip hop, and why is what the fuck is the difference? It's just
it's the same. But
it's the same shit.
It didn't
the stories might be a little bit different, but
it's not even stories more than anything. It's just the fact that it isn't a core Caucasian thing to like. So when people look at white rappers, it's not the same as looking at a black rapper. A white rapper almost has to work harder.
A little bit, yeah. I totally agree with you there. Eminem had to be the greatest of all time
to prove
that he's even half as good as Jay-Z.
Exactly. Yeah. That is the perfect thing I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
I know.
I'm
not
even gonna talk about that anymore.
But I mean, I don't even look at it that way anymore. I don't care about what fucking color this artist is or whatever the fuck. It's just if I like the music, I like the music. I really like Action Bronson's last album. I like everything that he's doing right now, and I like what he just talks about. I like the metaphors he makes, and I like his voice. I like how he puts tracks together.
He does have a cool voice.
He's got an awesome voice, and I like the way it's not high budget. I really appreciate his music, right? And I've seen like interviews and things like that of him. Like he's got a really cool personality, and once you understand his personality, where he's from and what he's all about, you get to understand his music a little bit better too.
Yeah.
So I really like Mr. Wonderful was his last album.
Yeah.
That one on vinyl. Yeah, so I put him in there. I don't know if he's 4 or 5, but I definitely have him in there. If we had the same conversation maybe 6 months ago, I'm probably would have said Meek Mill, but I'm not gonna say that right now.
He just started like posting on Instagram and shit about his new album, and he posted like a snippet of one of his songs. Man, fucking, you can hate on Meek as much as you want.
It's good.
The dude is a great rapper.
Yeah.
Like, I was on Drake's side on the beef, obviously.
I wasn't initially, because I was like, who cares? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like
yeah, that
like,
was
what
the
am
same.
I,
No,
like,
I'm saying the
exact
same. But if
like,
I had to pick a side, I would have put on Drake's.
Yeah.
But after Meek's last album, I don't think anybody can doubt for a second that Meek has bars.
Meek is good, man. Yeah. I really liked Meek because he was one of like, out of the new school of rappers, he was the only one that was like talking about like hard shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and like actually was raised around hard shit to be able to talk about.
And he was just talking about hard shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like talking about that old school kind of style. But
he gave a very old school vibe for sure.
So yeah, I would have put him maybe 6 months ago, but now I'm gonna like probably even still 6 months ago I would put Wale. I really like Wale. Can
you repeat it?
Wale?
No, for that last. Can you say that one word? I keep thinking you're saying Wale.
I am saying Wale.
I don't like Wale, man.
Really?
I'm sorry. I don't like Wale very much.
Why not?
I don't know. His last album did not do it for me. I had that one song where it's like, we don't eat and we don't get no sleep because we be that. I like that song, but apart from that, I couldn't vibe with his music at all.
Fuck, I like him, man. Yeah, I've always liked him. He has crazy rhymes.
Yeah. Does he really?
Yeah.
I might have to give his album another listen. Maybe listen to
totally, man. His last album. Are you talking about the one with like the Seinfeld influence?
I don't know. It's the one where his cover art is two pairs of feet.
Yeah, that's Seinfeld.
Yeah.
So it's like that last album was like almost a concept album.
Oh.
Based on like the show Seinfeld.
All right.
And it's based on a conversation he had that was recorded with him and Seinfeld, and him just interviewing Seinfeld and talk like Jerry Seinfeld himself, and talking about like just random shit like about life, really.
Yeah.
And getting his perspective, and also like influenced by the show and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Each song actually has like a little excerpt of his interview with Jerry Seinfeld or something from the TV show itself.
So Girls on Drugs would actually be talking about like a conversational piece he had where he was saying that
something like that he was asking.
That's cool.
Jerry
I like that
about,
a lot,
like,
actually.
you know what I mean?
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's a cool album. It's definitely worth a listen. Like, and it went to a number 1, which is good for Wale. I think it's his first number 1 album. Like it's. Yeah,
like it was like I like the one single, but for the most part the album did really
like what I like most about Wale is like he's not your mainstream rapper.
Yeah.
And he's not like by no means is he going to be the guy that's going to be shoved down your throat like Drake.
Yeah.
Like Drake is for whatever reason like radio is going to have to play a certain amount of Canadian content here in Canada. And he will be shoved. He will be fucking piles of Drake will be shoved down your throat,
down your fucking esophagus.
Yeah,
I got you.
And that's why I don't really like. I'm defensive towards Drake.
Like, I totally get that. Drake is forced.
Like he is forced down your asshole.
Yeah.
And if like even if you don't like him, you're gonna somehow
you're gonna hear.
You're gonna sing along
gonna vibe with him. Like
you're gonna be like running through the six
with my woes.
I did like that song though.
Okay.
But anyways, like. Wale is not by any means by that guy, but he fucking works his ass off, and he wants to be that guy so fucking badly.
I will go home tonight and I will listen.
Wale is good, man. Like Wale is like he's in that group of like the top 5 new rappers or the new age rappers, and then honorable mention I have to put Pusha T in because I like Pusha T.
Pusha T is dope, man, and he killed Runaway too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Like his last album.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember the name of it.
Can I say
My Name Is My Name.
Yeah. Straight up, we have to end this soon, but I have to say, I am so excited for us to get our tattoos. To all the viewers, we're getting matching tattoos. Okay, no, we're not. I'm joking. We're getting tattoos together, and like I'm getting "Runaway" written here because that's like a song that means a lot to me. And like the feature is not about the song as much as it is about the feature film, which is like a lot of symbolism, a lot of like metaphors for like overall just like being yourself, and it speaks a lot to me. But I'm really excited to get tattoos.
Yeah, I'm excited to get a tattoo too. If you can't tell, I already got some tattoos. I have the rose there. Like, if you really want to know what it's about, like, just go fuck yourself. And this one right here, this one is the exact same tattoo that my grandpa had. I'm just joking about this. Like, what does a rose represent to you? Like, I'll let you fill that one in. Because that's kind of a dumb question that people ask me. What does that rose mean? What the fuck does a rose mean?
That's a very personal thing. That's pretty sick.
It's actually. Like, make it as personal to you as you can. Like, that's what it means to me. But anyways, the tattoo I'm going to get for myself is I need to fill in this spot. Can't tell. So right here. I need to fill that area in, and I'm going to be getting, like, if you are a kid from the 90s, then you know the show The Power Rangers. You know what the Red Ranger is.
I'm not even I don't remember the 90s very well.
But you know the Power Rangers.
Yeah, I fucking watched the Power Rangers since I was 12 years old.
Yeah. And I'm talking about Mighty Morphin or the Go-Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, and my mom watched that shit when she was pregnant with me.
So you were raised in the womb.
Exactly.
By Zordon.
She kept watching it when I was 1, 2, 3 and shit, just because when she worked, that was the only show that was on when she had her breaks. So she used to watch that shit with me. And I kept watching it until I was 12.
That's fucking incredible.
Did not miss a single season.
So you were raised in the womb.
Yeah. I am a Power Ranger.
You are the Green Ranger.
Green. And my favorite of all time.
You're the Purple Ranger.
I wish it was Purple Ranger. My favorite Power Ranger of all time is the Wolf Ranger from Power Rangers Wild Force. But that is not your generation. That was at the point that's not your generation,
where I wasn't watching anymore.
Yeah.
I was watching when it was the Mighty Morphin Go-Go Power Rangers. Up until I think the first or second movie that they did with the White Ranger and shit like that.
Yeah. Like the Green and the White Ranger, that was my first favorite.
It was like when they changed Rita
to the next. You watched Turbo Drive. Did you watch Power Rangers Turbo or Power Rangers Turbo Drive?
I went up until where they started to have the Quantum Ranger.
No,
that was Quantum Force or some shit, right?
Okay, no. Actually, I'm changing my first. Who was the guy? Was it Quantum Ranger or was it Time Force Galaxy? It was a Power Ranger and he was silver.
It wasn't a Quantum. Quantum Ranger was kind of red, I think.
Do you have internet on your phone?
Yeah.
I have to look this up. I just remembered my first favorite Power Ranger and I have to get this. It's I think it's the silver one from Time Force. Just look up Time Force Power Rangers Silver and tell me what comes up. It's the one where it has a movie where there's a snake coming up the guy's back. I think the guy's name was Trent, maybe. Actually, no, I was from Mystic Force.
That was Fiddy Trent.
Yeah, that was Fiddy Trent. He's from a broadcasting class. But no, the fucking movie, a snake tattoos go up this guy's back, and then just before it fucking kills him, he turns into this fucking Power Ranger, and it's the coolest Ranger in all of Power Ranger history, I promise you that.
Silver Ranger?
I think it's silver color. I don't know what his name was though. Just look up Time Force Silver Ranger and let's see what comes up here. Let me see. That's
him.
He's
got images.
Wait, no. This is Wild Force, not Time Force. Why is it? Yeah, that's the Wolf Ranger. He's in my top 3 Power Rangers ever, but not my favorite. This is an issue. Was it not? No, it was totally Time Force. It had to be. Just Google Time Force Power Rangers for me and let's see what comes up. I'm sorry, we have to end this because I will not be able to render this video, but I have to get the point across before we end this, so just bear with us here.
There's one more thing I want to go over.
Okay. I have to piss like a racehorse. You gotta get that right out of you.
I want to talk to you about mushrooms.
Okay. In that case, you look that up, I'm gonna piss.
I'm gonna look this shit up.
If it's not time for, it's not even time. Wait, no. Yeah, it's time for. If it's not time for,
just get out of here.
Listen. But I think it's time for.
Well, anyways, I'm looking up this Time Force Power Ranger bullshit. But I was telling you about the tattoo I'm going to be getting, and it's the Red Ranger from the original Power Rangers. Their logo crest thing that they had in the center, the dinosaur. There's a lot of meaning behind that for me. One of them is the fact that I grew up on that. That's that was what I wanted to be when I was a kid, and that was something that I don't know, it was such a symbol of me. I don't know, when I think of me growing up and stuff like that, that's one of the things that was part of my upbringing. Also because it just reminds me of fears and things like that, because oddly enough, one of the the only fear that I have, or image or thought when I close my eyes that actually brings some kind of terror to me is dinosaurs, because I was traumatized as a kid by Jurassic Park, because that movie came out in like 93 or something like that, and I was like 1 or 2. But anyways, man, it has a lot of meaning to me, and fuck his back.
It's not the same after dick surgery, let me tell you.
Anyways, you don't want to have that in here. There's no what this, huh?
Did you find the biology?
Here, you my God. I just told my meaning of that tattoo.
Oh, nice.
An idea of that meaning.
Good
so
job.
Whatever.
It was light. It was for sure Light Speed Rescue, not Time Force. Time Force was the one Red Ranger. I think the Quantum Ranger. I liked him too. He's in my top 3.
That was when I stopped, I think.
Oh really? Okay.
That's where I got to the point where like I'm too old for this shit now. I'm just gonna start watching porn. No, I'm just
gonna start watching. Oh yeah, he is here. Okay.
So, magic mushrooms.
Ooh, okay.
People do them. People enjoy them. People have all kinds of different ways of using them, like meanings for using them. Some people use them as tools. That one, I don't remember that one.
Really?
No, because I was done at that time.
Okay. I have to say his name on the fucking thing first. It just says Super Mega Force Silver Titanium. The Titanium Ranger was my favorite Power Ranger of all fucking time.
See what like a younger teenage version of myself would be like, Titanium Ranger, like give me a break.
Yeah.
There used to be like 5 of them back in the day. What the fuck is this titanium shit?
Yeah, okay, continue.
But anyways, what I was saying is mushrooms. People use them in many different ways. Some people like to drink and do mushrooms. Some people like to use them less recreationally and more for
it's like
powerful uses, powerful experience.
Yeah, like a personal thing. Yeah,
like almost like a spiritual experience. How I like to use it, and turns out there's this thing called the stoned ape theory. The first time I heard about this is from the Joe Rogan podcast. Again, Joe Rogan, one of my heroes, one of the people who influenced me, inspired me. Actually, physically on his podcast, told me, not me specifically, I guess, but he told his viewers that if you want to do this, fucking go for it. And there needs to be more of shit like this. And that's what inspired me to one day want to have a podcast. So one day, hopefully, I'll have a podcast.
Hopefully we do. Hopefully we come up with the idea to make podcasts on the internet one day. That'd
one
be
day.
Really cool.
One day we'll crack the code. But anyways, until then, we'll keep dreaming. But he told me about, I can't remember the name of the scientist, but there's this thing called the stoned ape theory. And what the stoned ape theory is way back millions of years ago, when walking mammals like us, like basically the ape versions of us, first basically came out of the oceans and came into the rainforest and things like that. We were still very ape-like. We still had like that reptilian brain, which is I think the first or the front part of our brain that basically tells us to eat, sleep, and fuck. Yeah. Basically, eat, sleep, fuck, survive.
Yeah, it's like literally it's just survival features, nothing else.
That's it. That's all we had in our brains, and then our brain size doubled, and we somehow got the back part of our brain that told us how to hunt and told us how to like talk, communicate, develop language. How
to be more than a feature of nature.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just basically how to like think, react to things, come up with solutions to things. And also like develop languages and things like that. Yeah. And then scientists still to this day don't really have an answer for how that happened in such a quick amount of time. Because basically they found ruins of people like, you know, at this time, and we don't know what the fuck happened in between to cause our brain size to develop and our diet to change so much. A lot of things could be like our diet changed as well, like, you know, we started eating more meat and things like that, because you don't get that so much, you know, in the fucking water unless you're eating fish. But anyways,
unless you're eating fucking fish.
Fuck fish. I love fish.
Fuck a fish. You can go fuck a fish. That's what you
fuck
can
a
do.
blowfish. That's what it's
you
for.
Can go fuck a What did this guy just pull out of his mouth?
Catfish.
Pull a catfish. I mean, like...
It's like a pussy fish.
Yeah, but like, the catfishing is like a vowel for when you're like leading somebody on.
That's true.
And you don't get what you expect.
Anyways.
So, yeah.
Whatever.
Continue.
So, they have this theory, and I'm not no expert on this, but you can look up the stoned ape theory.
I just blew on this to cool it down.
You're fucked.
I might be drunk.
He might be mangled.
You need to drink more, by the way.
What the fuck are you on, man?
I thought you were gonna finish it.
Ugh. So stone ape theory is that
why'd you put it so far over this way?
we were on land for the first time. We're in the rainforest and whatnot, and in these areas, like in South America, it's very, very similar kind of like environment to what we would have had to deal with as a human race coming on land. Places in like in Africa and shit like that. I guess that's what the terrain was like.
Yeah.
Very damp rainforest, a lot of vegetation, and then like I guess there was bulls and cows and shit there too. When they take a shit, these spores would like develop underneath them mushrooms, and these are magic mushrooms. When if you go into the rainforests of like South America, like Peru and places like that, Argentina,
you can still find these.
You can find these magic mushrooms, and they would grow underneath these cow patties.
Okay.
And
wait, is that like mushrooms that like we have done? Have those grown under cow patties? Like, is that
no? Those are like for local. Like,
okay, like just a slight like I'm sorry to do this to you, but like a slightly cut away from what you're saying. How are magic mushrooms developed now? Do we farm them, or do people find them and sell them?
People find them actually.
Really? It's not even. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you're buying mushrooms.
Yeah.
That will are magic mushrooms and things like that. Like people pick them. Like they went to popular areas where they grow, and they just like picked them, and they know which ones are like safe, which ones are more poisonous, things like that.
Well, hopefully at least, but
they should know, and they just grow in like rocky but damp areas. So like mining sites and things like that are like popular areas. Yeah. Which whatever reason there's all these minerals that feed the soil. And somehow these spores pop up. I don't know the exact science behind it, but yeah, there's like these popular sites where mushrooms and shit like that will grow, and people just go and harvest it from there. Just they grow naturally. Wow. They even grow like on our yards and stuff out here. Like you'll see mushrooms and shit grow.
No way, real like magic mushrooms.
I don't know if they're magic mushrooms, but
like mushrooms.
Like
okay,
big fucking mushrooms. Sometimes.
I get that. That makes sense.
Like sometimes they're like this big, like almost like a small plate.
I actually do know what you're saying now, because I like. For sure in Macclesfield, like in our garden, mushrooms of some kind did grow.
Yeah, like sometimes we get like these crazy orange mushrooms with like spots on it, like almost like these Nintendo 64, like fucking like these like big round like dome kind of
like the fucking really
like almost like a football.
That's
and like they have these white dots and they're orange, like almost. I didn't even know these really existed until I saw them in my own eyes. Like I thought they were just like
that's fucking cool.
Fucking cartoons, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, they actually have them like that, and they like grow sometimes out here.
That's dope.
But anyways, the theory is that they were eating these, and there's a few scientific things that happen to you, or the physiological things that happen inside your body when you consume mushrooms. One, your eyes get dilated. That helps your vision, gives you more acute vision, helps you hunt. Yeah. Second thing is when you have a high mushroom diet, apparently it makes you want to fuck more.
I don't. Are we talking mushrooms?
I mean, like,
are we talking mushrooms generally or magic mushrooms?
Magic mushrooms, like you get them regularly.
If you're doing actually no, because if you do magic mushrooms every day, like the hallucinations and shit go away, right? It becomes just like a regular intake and you don't feel it anymore. Yeah. Maybe that'll make you want to fuck more, but if you're just starting out on doing mushrooms,
no. Like if you're doing mushrooms tonight,
you're gonna want to sit by yourself and just like take.
At the end, you might want to fuck. Like, at the end of it, you might want to fuck. At the end of it,
I don't know. I've never done shrooms in a situation where I could fuck, to say the least. I believe you. 100. Really. See, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I mumbled that so much. Ladies and gentlemen, every fucking possibility this guy gets. Oh, I have a girlfriend. Look at me. I'm fucking awesome. You just read it right there.
I'm not trying to be anything. I'm not. I'm just trying to be myself. I'm just a squirrel in this world trying to get in that.
I believe you. Okay. You were saying, sir.
Anyways, yeah, like apparently, like it's supposed to make you want to fuck more. Okay. Like a lot of Eastern medicine believe, like there's a lot of mushroom medicine and things like that people take for getting boners and shit like that. Yeah. So whatever. I mean, that's something as well. And then also, it. Like, I don't know if you've had this kind of experience, but for me, every single time, I can't shut the fuck up on mushrooms. Like, I need to talk. I need to conversate. I need to communicate what's going on in my brain. I need, like, whatever I'm processing to.
You need to hold on to reality, and that's it. Yeah. And speaking is a really good... Yeah, I got that.
Whatever I'm processing, whatever is being sent to me, whatever feels like is being sent into my brain antenna, I need to make reality. I need to like orientate it. Like I need to tell you
I totally
what the fuck's going on. Whatever ideas are coming to my head, I need to tell you. And that's actually evidence that like if we didn't speak then, which we didn't have like the brain capacity to really have language, that could have been the catalyst. That could have been like, you know, you're looking at society and it's just like this is obviously, you see this big spike in fucking knowledge and things like that. Like they think that could have been, that's a very, very logical catalyst into inducing speech into humans.
I mean,
it's a theory.
That's a theory. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hold on to fucking, like, not stereotypical things. Something theory. What am I looking for here? Not supernatural theory. Conspiracy theory. I hold onto conspiracy theories a lot. Like, I truly believe that our Earth is flat. That type of thing.
That's a separate podcast.
Yeah, that will be one too one day. But like that thing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna argue that. Yeah. Ooh, stay tuned. Man,
fucking that mushroom thing that actually hits close to home. Like I totally get that, and I totally like that. Like,
yeah, and I mean like anyone who has never tried it or have ever done it themselves, like I don't think they can.
Yeah,
really...
we've both done mushrooms. Like I'll be the first to say it. I've done mushrooms once. This guy's done them more than once, I think.
Yeah, more than once.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna end this because I have to render this video because aside from it being a podcast on SoundCloud, it's a podcast with webcam on YouTube, and this takes a long time. That's not even a phrase.
It's a fuck long time.
Takes a fuck long time.
Takes a fuck of a day.
Render this, and I have a life, so I can't just render this my whole life.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll end this on a high five.
And this on
a high five for
a drunk high five.
Drunk high five.
Yeah.
Get Much Higher Podcasts. Subscribe now.
Fuck yeah. Oh, falling off.
Yes, that'll make it.
That was the perfect way to fucking end it. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Get Much Higher Podcast, episode 1, the official one. Because even though the channel is called Get Much Higher Podcast, we haven't actually done a real podcast yet. Yeah, it's been album reviews, which we are gonna do quite a few of. But we do, like, for the most part, we want this to be it. You can explain.
This is it, man. Like, we're not really going to be talking to you specifically this entire time. It's going to be more just us chatting, drinking, having a good time. Talking about some cool, interesting shit that we like to talk about. Yeah.
Like, we figured out we wanted to do this just, like, on the bus. Like, how many crazy conversations that we had just, like, because we go to Van Nuys, right? And so we take the same bus to get to the SkyTrain, take the same SkyTrain to get to school, and then do the same thing coming back. We have a lot of time to talk about, like, cool and interesting shit.
Yeah, just, like, hanging out here, hanging out on the bus. We always, like, how many times have we had, like, moments where, like, man, this should be recorded?
Yeah, like, too many times, actually. Man, like, is this... Okay, I've never drank any before. I'm excited to, though. Because,
this is gonna fuck you up, bro.
There's not much in here.
No, you don't need much in here. Take sips.
Wow. Okay. It's gonna be a cool podcast. Man. Okay. How much of this is it to get drunk? Like, not much, probably. I'm like...
You can see where I got to about last time.
And, okay, yeah. It's gonna be an interesting conversation.
I'm not a huge drinker.
I mean, like, I partied a lot during the summer. And, like, I should have, like, a really high tolerance because, like, I'm 6'5", right? So I should be pretty tall. But, like, for the most part...
But you're, like... How much do you weigh, man?
I'm 145.
So you're 6'5", but you're 145.
Yeah. I'm a lanky motherfucker, to say the least. Like, you're, like, mostly muscle. Like, how...
I'm not mostly muscle.
You look like you're mostly muscle. You look fucking terrifying. Like, if I didn't know that you were a cuddly bear, I would be scared. 110%, yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I guess that's a compliment.
Might also be the beard, though.
Might also be the beard. Shave this, I'm look like a pussy again.
Actually, can I do it like a... No, I'm joking.
Okay, so here's the thing, man. Like, I don't really know anything about England. Most I know about England, and I think, like, most people from Vancouver or Surrey kind of have the same idea of England. Yeah. We're like, we only really know it from soccer.
Okay, yeah.
Like, we know Chelsea, we know Manchester United, West Ham, Liverpool, you know, all these. But then, like, okay, the one thing that always got me was, like, how come London doesn't have a team? But then I realized London's a really big area.
No, it's because London's a shitty place to live, man. Nobody wants to be there.
Really?
Fuck a Londoner. No, there's people in London that are like, yeah, fuck yeah, like London's awesome. Man, if you're not from London, London is a weird place to go. I never went to London. I've been on the outskirts, but I've never been there.
And people go on trips from here to go see London, go see the London Bridge.
No, honestly, it's like your stereotypical landmarks. Other than that, just like shitty people with shitty accents. Honestly,
yeah,
London accents fucking blow.
Yeah,
like, big time. I'm from Hull, and I hate London accents.
Yeah,
it's not like my dad was born in where was he? Not Yorkshire. I guess Yorkshire, because like Hull is in Yorkshire, and like so Southport. That's where he's from. Southport is like an equally shitty accent to Hull, but it's kind of cool too. Yeah. Like they talk in this thing called Cockney rhyming slang, and it's like it's not even like they call it an accent, but it's really just like a different vocabulary that people from like Southport and some I think in Hull too maybe like talking. Completely unnecessary. Like it's not a normal thing. It's like instead of saying.
What does it sound like?
I'm not gonna do like a replica because I'm really bad with English accents actually because mine is so weird. Like my family's so mixed. But I'm from Hull. My dad's from Portsmouth. My mom's from like Macclesfield, so pretty close to Manchester her whole life. So like being raised, I have a very mixed accent.
Yeah. Okay.
But they like it's called Cockney rhyming slang, and like they'll just replace words with even bigger words that don't make sense. Instead of saying sister, you say skin and blister. And that's just a normal thing to do.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So like me and the skin and blister were it not necessary.
There'd probably be a longer word for me.
Yeah. Like I don't even know a lot of them to be honest. Like the sister is the only one that comes to mind right now.
That's not fucked for anybody who lives there, but like between you and me, that's fucked.
It's a little fucked. Yeah. Like if somebody came here straight from like someone that spoke in Cockney rhyming slang. And I started like talking like that.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
That reminds me of Austin Powers Goldmember when he's talking to his dad, who's played by Michael Caine.
I've seen Austin Powers like once, and I barely remember him.
Okay, well you need to watch that. You need to watch that clip where he's talking to his dad, and they're talking like old British or whatever, and they're talking about something in the lorry and this and that. Like it's just like it's. They were saying things like what you just said.
Wait, like a lorry? Did you say lorry?
Well, I know what that is. That's a car, isn't it?
No, a lorry is a semi-truck.
Semi-truck, okay, yeah. But anyways, they were saying, like, they were talking about other stuff before that, and it was just the way they were going about it, like, no one would be able to know. Like, it'd be like a secret word. That's what it almost sounds like, and that's what this sounds like to me.
Yeah, it's like it's a really cool way to put it. Actually, it's like having like secret codes for everything.
For everything,
but ones that don't even make sense. Like just like
the skin and bobs,
skin and blister,
skin and blisters.
Because it has to rhyme with sister, right?
Okay.
I'm not sure what brother would be. I think it's something another. I can't really remember it now. I wish I had internet access, but I'd never connect to your internet. I would totally Google that.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Well, why don't I just Google
You want to? I'm going to get a fact check.
We'll do a fact check.
Just Google Cockney rhyming slang.
Cockney rhyming.
Like COTNEY rhyming slang. And all the viewers can do it with us too. Take part in this.
Yeah, man. This is an interactive thing.
I also speak French, but really badly.
Well, I didn't know you spoke French.
I passed high school, like grade 10 French with a 49.5. And then he just let me go because I guess he didn't want me to be in his class anymore. I was that kid. And then I just never took French again. But like I can say some things like bonjour, por favor.
That's two different languages.
Señorita.
That's Spanish.
I can say like bonjour though. And au revoir.
I can say bonjour too.
Yeah.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. I'm not sure what that means.
S'il vous plaît. What does that mean?
S'il vous plaît. And a table. I know what it's a nice school picture. It's better than
it is, right? Look at me. I'm fucking white as fuck in that.
White?
Wide.
I thought you said white as fuck. I was like, not really, man. I can't. They don't look bad at all, man.
No, I'm saying I'm wide. Like, see where my shoulders are.
Oh shit! Yeah. Man, you were like what you told me on the way like the school this morning that you were that one kid that is like, wait, you said that you were like the tough guy that people didn't want to fuck with.
I wasn't necessarily a tough guy.
I mean, you were the guy that nobody wanted to fuck with in high school because you were like bigger, right?
I was bigger. I was definitely bigger and stronger than everybody.
Were you ever a bully?
Never.
No?
Never.
I like that. That's cool. Cause
I don't think I was. If anybody's listening to this and like I bullied you, I'm sorry, but I really didn't mean to. Like I was. I don't think I bullied anybody or like fucked anybody up.
A lot of people that were like big at some points in their life Just like when they get to the point where they're big and they're strong. Like I saw this in a few of my friends actually. I think I was friends with people that like did sports and like worked out a lot. I was the one kid in my friend group that actually didn't. But yeah, people get big sometimes and they get this big like spread of confidence, and then they just like start to like, not in like big ways, but slowly and unrealizingly start to like be ruder to people. Like,
I don't think I was.
No.
Like, I actually really don't. I didn't intend to at all. Like, I don't know. Like, I just wasn't raised like that. Like, to fuck with people.
Yeah, that's also true. That's a
like,
big part of it.
I never wanted to get, like, that's why I also never really had problems then me to, like, get into a fight. Like, I never really, like, had issues with anyone. Like, if somebody said something to a friend of mine or something, I'd get mad, maybe a little heated. Or, like, while we're playing sports, like playing football or some shit like that when you're young. Shit happens, right? Like, you get angry sometimes. But it's not like, I was never really out there to, like, fucking get into beef with somebody or get into a fight with anybody or, like, have a real confrontation. Like, I was more into getting along with everybody.
And people were like, yo, yeah, please let me get along with you. You're terrifying. Like, man, when I lived in England, like between living in a hole, I'm living here. Like, the place that I'd still probably call my hometown is Macclesfield in England. I lived there for, like, a decent amount of time. During elementary school, like, I was a bully.
Yeah.
And, like, I think I was also bullied a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, because of that, I bullied people. And, like, I didn't realize it at the time. Like, at the time, I probably thought I was just being, like, a kid.
You're just trying to get by. You're trying to get by emotionally.
Yeah. Then, like, I'm starting to go into high school here. And I'm like, wow, I used to be a mean fucking kid. Like,
You also said you grew up in, like, kind of a rougher area of England too.
I mean, yeah, but, like, I didn't live there for that long. Like, I can barely remember.
Like, Macclesfield is the place where you didn't live very long?
No, Macclesfield is where I lived for quite a while. Macclesfield wasn't that bad. It was like a small...
It wasn't Hull.
No, yeah. Like, I was born in Hull. And, like, that is a really rough place in England. Okay. Like, my parents and I call it the ghetto of England. It might not be the ghetto of England. Like, that's what we've always called it. But,
shit.
Yeah. And you've always been in Vancouver, though.
I've always been in Surrey.
Yeah.
My whole life.
Yeah, isn't, like, Surrey is supposed to be the scary part of Vancouver, right?
It's supposed to be, like, yeah. Like, for anybody who's, like, listening to this and you don't know Vancouver, you don't know Canada or BC or the Lower Mainland in any way, Surrey is considered, like, the Compton.
Oh, my God.
The Compton of Vancouver. This is where, like, the gang shootings and all that stuff happen. This is where you're not supposed to go. This is where everyone makes jokes about going to Surrey. Everyone else in Lower Mainland.
I saw somebody driving with a bumper sticker. Like, it was like a nice car, and it was like a 40-year-old lady, but it had a bumper sticker that said, "Don't think for 1 second I'm not from Surrey," or like something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's actually funny.
It was funny. I think
Surrey's a massive fucking area.
Is it? Like, I know, like, there's areas of Vancouver. What are is it one of the bigger ones? Would you say? Because I say, like, I tell people I'm from Delta, like, and people will be like, "Where's Delta?"
Because Delta is not very big. Like,
but is it like a known place at least?
Delta, yeah. Oh yeah.
So people are just dumb.
Some people are fucking stupid if they don't know where Delta is. You're probably talking people from out of town.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, I think it was from somebody from our school, but then again, like, we're like a lot of the kids are
pretty much everybody's from out of town.
Yeah. You're like the only loser that's born and raised in Vancouver.
Yeah.
You're not a loser, don't worry. You're okay. So
so anyways, so you're from Macclesfield. Well, like, where is that in England? Like, where exactly? I have no idea. Like, I'm not.
That's like a 15 or so miles from Manchester, I think. Like, Manchester. I think. I don't know.
So.